Welcome back to Warzone Spectates, the only show where random players become main characters without even knowing it. Today's mission, find out if this player is a future Warzone champion or if they're about to donate all their loot to the lobby. Let's jump in.
Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. The more points you earn, the faster that clock ticks. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Excellent. Now the real show begins. Meet today's contestants. Team Questionable Decisions. Our first contestant, he sees movement, and he is unloading the entire magazine. He reloads while crossing through the container and gets behind cover to plate. That retreat was actually smart. It was not graceful. But survival does not award style points. A sudden camera change usually means somebody has just run out of armor, health, or employment. Now we are inside the warehouse with a 50-round weapon. Finally, walls. Beautiful, solid, bullet-resistant walls. He plates up and resets. That is the most responsible decision anyone has made in the last 2 minutes. The warehouse floor is covered in weapons, armor, and several former employees of the Panic Committee. Footsteps nearby. Somebody's coming. Enemy inside! Our player fires first and sends 30 rounds across the warehouse. Damn, he got fired. Camera switch. He fires! The enemy goes down! Now reload. Plate up. Pretend that was completely under control. And that is the elimination. The enemy entered with confidence and left as part of the warehouse decoration. And now begins the traditional Warzone ceremony known as checking every weapon on the floor, even though your team getting BTA.
Back online. Make it count.
Nearly kicked the bloody bucket, mate. Tally enemy leaves 39.
Reloading mag.
This is not looting. This is comparison shopping. New player, same emergency. He ducks behind the green container and begins plating.
Marking cash. I'll take that.
Red smoke ahead. The loadout is sitting in the open like a beautifully decorated ambush. He reaches the box and selects a 40-round custom weapon. Fresh loadout, full confidence. Absolutely no warranty on the decision-making. Enemy on the steps! Our player shoots first, and this opening burst is much cleaner. The enemy ducks near the low wall. Damage is landing, but no knock is confirmed. Something explodes at the corner. Why are you reloading while changing sides of the building? Dang, he got killed by a walking tree. He is rotating right while the magazine is out. Bold timing, extremely available to be shot. Meanwhile, another member of the Panic Committee has found a house and decided that outside is no longer part of his lifestyle. He checks one window, then another window, then the doorway. No enemies, no explosions. Just a man enjoying indoor living while his teammates are being launched through spectator mode. Airborne enemy! The pink recoil researcher opens fire with 50 rounds. The target is falling in a straight line, and somehow the bullets have chosen several different flight paths. The enemy escapes the first burst. Ladies and gentlemen, we are witnessing premium level confusion. Nobody knows who threw what. Nobody knows who is alive. The spectator camera is changing employees every half second. The next contestant enters the barn. He spots an enemy beyond the wall and opens fire from the doorway. Point-blank gunfight. Both players are firing. Our player's aim is sponsored entirely by Panic. The enemy is close enough to read the serial number on the weapon. Another teammate takes over, and the barn is completely filled with smoke. He reloads and runs directly through it. That is not tactical visibility. That is faith. He crosses the open road with almost no protection and somehow survives. One player climbs to the roof and discovers elevations. This is important. Remember this moment. The panic committee is about to develop a lifelong emotional attachment to high ground. He scans the town, drops from the roof, and dives through a nearby window. Clean movement. Slightly dramatic entrance. The fire sale begins as another teammate moves outside. No buy station trip is shown. Apparently, discounted equipment is less important than running around with exactly what they already have. Distant enemy across the road. He uses the stone wall and fires controlled bursts. Much better positioning. No knock is shown, but the enemy is being pressured. And now he leaves the cover and crosses the open ground. Sir, the wall was helping you. He reloads during the rotation. At least the magazine will be full when the entire town starts shooting at him. He has reached the rooftop. Ladies and gentlemen, Commander Rooftop has found his natural habitat. He sees a distant enemy and opens fire. 60 rounds are now traveling across the town. The first bursts are controlled. Then the recoil begins, requesting independence. He changes targets and starts another long-range barrage. The enemy is approximately 3 postal codes away, but Commander Rooftop believes in volume. He shoots first. Poor reaction, good pressure. Back to Commander Rooftop, now working from the stone overlook. He opens fire on enemies below. High ground, he immediately ducks away from the wall. Smart. The squad rotates through the courtyard and returns to the roof. Commander Rooftop checks every tower, window, chimney, and suspicious-looking piece of architecture. He sees movement, he aims, he continues aiming. Brother, are you waiting for written permission? Okay, shots fired. Armor hit! At least we have officially confirmed that the weapon works. It was not graceful. But survival does not award style points. Camera switched to his teammate being dunked on by LeBron James. Commander Rooftop checks every tower, window, chimney, and suspicious-looking piece of architecture. He finally sees movement and fires a short burst. Then, dips. His loot lust instincts kicks in. And the loot inspector is back. Reloaded. Automatic weapon. Scoped rifle. Different automatic weapon. Back to the scoped rifle.
Gas is inbound.
I think this guy is genuinely confused.
Passenger that way.
Camera switch Rocky_Seam84. Gun returns fire from the same rooftop. Oh boy. This enemy has discovered the squad's rooftop address and is delivering express damage to every resident.
Wow, you knew exactly where to touch me.
Finally, somebody is using the wall as cover. At this point, he is not fighting individual enemies. He is applying general pressure to the local housing market. This player may be overqualified for the Panic Committee. Looks, Schiffinger buy. Magazine, acceptable. Will be replaced in 5 seconds. Yes.
Gas is closing in.
Another camera switch. This player checks the upstairs for loot. Climbs through the window. Then immediately gets ripped by 2 co-workers fixing a roof. High ground is powerful.
Gas is moving.
Look at this. Patience, cover, personal growth. An enemy just jumped over the wall. Our player fires upward. The enemy lands directly beside him.
Careful, area scout. That movement.
3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert.
The gas is closing. Time to move.
Mark the target.
The final circle is forming, and the spectator camera is checking every member of the Panic Committee. One player watches the courtyard with a scoped rifle. No shot taken. Another camera switch. And now Commander Rooftop is back with a 60-round automatic weapon.
You're losing ground. Moving.
He is above the courtyard, protected by the roofline, with multiple enemies forced to move below. And for once, he does not fire immediately. The enemy has low ground, limited cover, and nowhere safe to rotate. 30 rounds, and that is the win. No way. The Panic Committee has turned warehouse confusion, barn invasions, explosions, smoke, and several emergency camera switches into a Warzone victory. The final enemy entered the courtyard with confidence and left as the final replay. Best play, Commander Rooftop securing the final courtyard from the high ground. Worst mistake, the opening contestant landing directly beside armed enemies twice. Funniest moment, the barn enemy pushing inside and turning a medium-range fight into a face-to-face job interview. The spectated squad's greatest strength was survival. Their greatest weakness was everything that happened before they found the rooftops. That concludes today's episode of Warzone Spectates. Our original contestant may have finished 13th, but the squad we followed transformed complete panic into a victory. They did not control every recoil pattern. They did not avoid every explosion, but they controlled the rooftops, the final circle, and the entertainment. Subscribe, because the next random player could somehow make even worse decisions.